I think that if we could find a great leader in this country that can actually have people to take a test on how dumb they are, because you can't rationalize them because they want to sit here and argue and call you a cunt. Have a rule: if they do that, they should like get hit in the face with a sack of rusty nails and other types of items. But anyway, welcome to your daily PSA. I have two things I want to talk about. Okay. Alright, everybody. The world's supposedly supposed to end in December 20th this year. We had the Y2K thing, the rapture thing, all sorts of stuff. I want to read you what I put on my Facebook today to give you a little insight of what I'm trying to educate people on. Okay? And just give me a minute. Get my stuff together. But it's loading. Give it a minute. But while I'm doing this, I just you know, I really don't understand people and their ability to think on an adult level, and in reality they can't do it because they're fucking stupid as hell and they don't want to rationalize and sit down and try to think and read, and it pisses me off. This is exactly what I wrote on my status today. And for you out there, if you're listening to YouTube world, I just want to let you listen. Just a quick analysis and quick, simple knowledge to feed some folks' brains out there that are really small. Well, not by choice, but because you're always been a dumb fuck. There have been about 514 leap years since Caesar created it in 45 BC. Then an extra day every 4 years. For example, today would be July 28, 2013. Also, the Mayan calendar did not account for leap years. So if anything was going to happen, it would have happened 7 months ago. And with that I said, see kids, this is what happens when you read a book or look up things based on your observations instead of listening to a bunch of idiots who are probably coked up out of their minds to scare you to death, because that's what the media is known best for. Welcome to the wonderful world of subliminal apocalyptic propaganda. It pays to read and have common sense and not to feed into the media and be a complete idiot. Some jackhole went completely off, called me a stupid cunt, because he didn't even have a reason. He just called me a stupid cunt, which I laugh. I mean, I'm not, you know, offended by that word because it's funny. And I'm like, really? He had no reason. I mean, this guy is funny because, first of all, on his statuses, he's always talking about he wants to kill himself. He wants to die. He hates the world. He hates his all his exes and stuff. And like just this and that. He's a very, very weird guy. He's like in his mid-50s. And I laughed. And the reason I laughed because I'm like, you can't even step to me like that when you literally, yes, literally live in a van down by the fucking river. Saturday Night Live, Chris Farley, I live in a van down by the river. He really lives in a van down by the fucking river. Fred Carpenter's his name. If you're so smart and you know anything about the world, use your last name, Carpenter, and build you a fucking house. I hate stupid people. Really do? Really? Saying that, oh, since like the majority of the women on my friends list are women, that so sounded fucking redundant the way he put it, that our vaginas were just nothing but vaginas and that's all was good for it, good fuck, and that our IQs were low. And I was like, really, dude? You live in a van by the fucking river. How lower could your IQ get? And get this, he has a fucking like ram goat and like it's a a pentagram as his fucking profile picture. I'm like, are you really serious? This is what you're trying to come at me for? I don't think he worships the devil. I think he just says this to piss people off. It didn't piss me off. I laughed at it because I'm just like, you're not going to disrespect me or any other women on my Facebook just because you're coked out on some LSD, or, you know, some shit happened to you in Vietnam, or, you know, you ran out of lube, so you start like beating off with shaving cream. I don't know what your problem is, but you will not do that. Okay? I was spitting my knowledge, and if anybody knows me for my dark sense of humor and for my sarcasm, they know that some of the stuff I said, I was just kidding. But with that pertaining to that subject, I was being serious because that is media propaganda, and you can't believe in it and buy into it. I mean, people put stuff on the TV for you to get your mind off other things. That is a conspiracy theory, which is true. When people talk about other things to get your mind off the real subject, like war, taxes, and the president, they get you to think about other stuff. So with that being said, I'm just like, get a brain, think, do research, yada yada yada. And also, we do have NASA people. They're smart. They know these things. And anyway, yeah, fuck you. And the other idiots out there, if you actually believe that. And don't tell me when that day comes, you're gonna know. When that day comes, I might be somewhere sipping on some like gin and juice or fucking boyfriend or whatever. But anyway. Next subject. Oprah Winfrey, right, has her own network. Okay. Yes, the bitch has money, billions of dollars, whatever. But I'm very disappointed in her. Why? Bobbi Kristina, you know, her mom, Whitney Houston, the mother, died. And they're now doing an interview with her. How gritty, how disgusting, how fucked up is that? Can you please let this child grieve on her own? Really? I bet they're just like poking her with a stick going, get the interview, get the interview, I want the interview, I want the interview, get the interview. Okay. Yeah, I honestly think that happened. Not a lot of people are getting into OWN, you know, and quite frankly, OWN is kind of just, I don't know what kind of anagram she was using for this. Oh, I own this, OWN. It's kind of stupid. Yes, I think it's awesome for an African American woman to have her own network and be rich as hell. But the fact of her doing this interview is kind of disgusting to me. It's filthy because the girl's mother just died. I mean, who wants to get on national TV and spill their guts about this? And it makes it even crazy, you know, people are still like giving negative feedback to her death and stuff. And with her coming on TV and displaying this, and the next day people are going to be saying more things about it, that's going to like come back to her, and she's going to be like, ah. And I'm just like, no. My mom lost her sister a couple of months ago. She's still grieving. She doesn't look like it, but she still is. Our family's still grieving, okay? But we'll come to talk about it on our own terms, not now. I know some people, mothers have like died like years ago and they're still not over it, you know? It takes time, and like this interview is just happening just now when her mother practically passed away like weeks ago. Really, Oprah? Are you that hard up on money? Really? I guess you gotta feed Stedman somehow. I don't understand. I'm really thinking that this is just... Oh, Rick Santorum. I want to talk about him for a minute. You don't believe in college? Birth control? Never mind, I'm not even going there. It's a whole different subject. But anyway, I know some people have been trying to say to me lately, you've changed a little bit. And I'm like, no, I'm actually growing up. That's what you do when you get older. You grow up. You think, you read. I mean, I've always read, but I've never, like, spoke my mind to you guys like this before on an intellectual level, because that's just not my style, how I do people. But trust me, when I'm with my nerdy friends, well, you know, stuff like that, well, the conversation will turn into like a aggressive argument, but you know, like a debate, but a good debate, you know. But this is what you do when you read and you grow up and you think on a level of maturity. You know, you educate yourself to know things, and you know, the light bulb turns on in your head and you're like, hey, come on, you know. Don't get me wrong, I'm still that fun-loving, going person. Still Lisa, still Algie, but on my adult side, I think about these things and I put them in perspective, and I just want to put them out there for you. And also, somebody wanted me to address the Kony situation. I'm not going to fucking do that. This has been happening for a long time. This man has been doing this for almost 20 years, and now this viral video of him comes up and everybody's like, la 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 la. I'm glad that young kids are actually trying to say something like that. Like, I agree with Bill Maher. He said he's glad that kids are actually like going, hey, this is a bad man. I agree with that. But at the same time, this has been happening for a long time. Somebody was like, can you do a video addressing it? Why? It's just gonna come out now? Come on, people, be aware. Don't like have a viral video to come up on YouTube for you to get up and suddenly solve the issue. Like, read about it beforehand. Do something about it. This man has been terrorizing people for fucking years. Really? No. Okay? Do something now. Don't wait till a video is viral on the internet and like billions of people do something. Do something beforehand. I don't understand why people do stuff when a video go viral. I know some people are like, you're a bitch. No, I'm not a bitch. I fucking read and educate myself, okay? Get real with it. I love you guys. I just like, I get frustrated because people don't think for themselves, or they buy into the media so much that that's all they think about the media. I'm like, stop buying into the media, picking up these Us Weeklies and these like global weeklies, National Enquirers, and all this shit, and believing in it. Okay, this is what the government does to get your mind off other things. Think about it. It's the truth. Okay? Alright. I love y'all. Take care of each other and yourselves. And if you have any thoughts, put them on the video below. You know I'm here to hear it. I love you. Talk to you guys later. Peace. Increase it. Increase your intelligence too. Bye.